Welcome back. Wow, 2 weeks in a row up here. This time though with the family. So instead of our hikes like we're supposed to do, we decided we'd come up here and chill for the weekend. But this is part 6 of building this room. And I know for most of you, it's like, God, number 6, finish this thing up. But for me, when I can only be up here a few days at a time, I'm very happy with the amount of work I get done. So what I'm going to do today is cutting these, and I'm going to create blocking, like actually be from here to here. So this isn't quite so flimsy, and then the big 9-footers as well. Then the bird blocking has to go in up here. We didn't do that yet. And then when that is done, I did get all of my T111. I did check, and it can be used if we're 24 on center, but I'm not. I'm at most, these are 16s on center, these are 18s on center, so I'll have no trouble with the support behind there. So the goal is to get those in, and then if I have time and the desire, all my floorboards, they were originally tight together, but they shrunk. So I've got 1/2-inch gaps between most of them. And so I bought some big gap filler, and I'm just gonna fill those. Then I'll put a layer of a membrane down. Then I'm gonna put 1-inch high density reflective foam insulation down. Then on top of that, I'm gonna put a thin layer of plywood or MDF or something like that. Then it's gonna get carpeted. So we've got it figured out now what the room's really gonna be like. So I will get to work right now, and let's get these blocking supports in first and foremost, and then let's get on the bird blocking.
Here.
More than just a crazy redneck building stuff, sometimes I take care of my family. Incidentally, my family's here this weekend, so I'm doing some bacon, eggs, and hash browns for them on the outdoor kitchen. Well, now I know why Charlie's been coming down the hill. This whole area has been torn up by lions and matted down. If you look over here, you can see matting, but this is why. Yep, they've been lounging. Those 4 cats that are always together have been sleeping and lounging all through this area. So we're gonna go see if we can find its skull as well. This is nuts. So there's where the majority of the body is, but I came over here, and here's a tree I had cut down a while ago. I did not do this. Look at this. It's the upper part of the lower part of the skull, or the upper teeth and stuff, sitting on top of this log. That is the weirdest thing ever. Charlie, what are you eating? Charlie must have found a piece of yumminess. What's the halfway point here? 78 inches, so what would the halfway point of 78 be? How about 39 inches? Let's call it that. That's gonna go right there. $16 5/8. All right, let's cut it and get it put up. This is kind of my workbench now. Which direction is 16 5/8? Pretty sure it's from that end. Yep. Perfect. I have a helper retrieving my battery because, as usual, I forgot my battery. Yeah, we'll call this a cup of coffee. even though it's not the right color. Oh, my favorite summer drink, Moscow Mule. Just a little bit. I'm not going to work drunk as much as times I'd like to. Probably do better work if I was drunk. You can see about how close I get to getting all the way through that with that little Ryobi. Again, tell my family I need the big one. And this should center up right here. All right, I'll come back up, screw that in. I promise I won't make you watch me do this 4 times just once, but I'm gonna do it here. And like I said, taller one over there, and the other short one here. So, love my 4-inch deck screws. Oh, wow. All right. Whoa! Ah! Crap. Oops.
You should really do a bloopers video.
You guys just missed hearing that. My wife says, you should really do a bloopers video. I'm like, why? I'm always screwing shit up for you guys to see anyway. That's it. So the purpose for that is that I don't want these boards, because I made them, to be twisting in the wall or to be bowing. So this will keep them nice and straight. Like I said, I'll do it to the other ones, but I won't make you watch. Right. Blocking complete right there and there. Yeah, they're different heights because I measured the shorter stud and put it in the center of that. And as we come around, I've got the same thing over here. Kind of looks like a nice little stair step, doesn't it? Which means I probably did it fairly correctly, I'm hoping. Anyway, next step, let's get up here and bird block. Try to make my life easier. What I went in and did is I measured the gap from there to there, and I wrote it on the inside of the far rafter. So 14 1/8. They're off a little bit, 14 1/4, and so on. Then measured the back height back there for the bird block. And now what I'm gonna do is I had one 2x6 left, and I'm gonna start using that and cutting it up. And I'll use my handy dandy jig to cut the right angle, so that, I should say the correct angle, because it's not a right angle, it's a 3/12 pitch angle. And we will use that to be able to trim the board down so it'll slide in there perfectly. Let's give it a try. Like all the wood I made, first thing I gotta do is square up the end before I can measure. There we go. Wait, what? It didn't cut all the way through? No way! If only the saw were bigger.
Maybe a 7 1/4 inch.
Oh, the peanut gallery's behind you, and she is blah blah blah. Oh, the labor. I could fire up the generator, and I could use my big skill saw, but I don't want to do that. All right, what did I say? 14 1/4 now. By the way, I use the exact same tape measure on every measurement. I've got 2 big tape measures up here, and I've been using this 100% because if there's a little discrepancy, on the give at the end of the tape measure or in the build of it itself. I want to make sure that if they're wrong, everyone is equally wrong. You know what? Before I cut that, I just had an idea. Why don't I cut my angle that I need the whole length of this thing first, then I can just cut each individual block one by one and not have to go through then try to hold a little short piece and try to cut it at that angle. Ha! I'm gonna do that. I gotta go take some more measurements. Be right back. Okay, to make my time a little more valuable, what I did is I drew that 312 slope on the edge of this board and to the right size, and then I put wedges on the back side of here. So I'm gonna cut it at that angle the whole length with the sawmill, and that way I just have to cut the widths of each one of the boards to go in the bird blocks. So let's get this done, see if it works. Please start with this new piece I have in it. I know, no headphones. It worked, I think. Look at there, that's a 312 slope. And I got to get rid of some of the crappy edge of the board and square it up real nice. Yes! Is it obvious we got a 312 there? Now I just cut into 14-inch pieces, slide them in, and my bird blocks will be done in no time.
Dad, you need to do a bloopers reel.
I leave all my bloopers in.
No.
You were laughing at my cutting the other day. I got a wall. Look at this.
Mom, go smell his wood.
Come smell my wood, Mom.
No thanks.
Darby. This is in the life of the mother now, too.
Yay. A peach cobbler.
Can I have a bite? No, not that one. Yeah, give me that. Ha.
Hey, come on over. Come on, people. Come join me for a 14 and an 1/8 inch cut. See how straight I can be. Again, if I only had the right size saw. Now the big question. Is it gonna work? Probably need to cut it to the right dimensions first. That one cut a little big, but oh, it's twisted a little bit, the rafter. I'm gonna have to cut an angle into this a little bit. Crap. It's okay. I'll show you when they're in. That worked absolutely perfectly. It didn't fit into that one quite perfectly, but this one, because there's a little bit of a twist to this rafter right here and it kind of angled in a little bit, I had to cut a little bit of an angle. But look at how tight that is as a bird block. God, I'm happy with that. Okay, we're gonna knock them all out. Block number 2, perfect. Oh crap, I'm not tall enough to reach that side. Well, we'll screw this one in. We'll go diagonally into that one and then come get something to stand on to get the outside of this one. Might as well get both sides of this one. I missed. Because I never make mistakes. You didn't see that. I'll just edit it out so you don't see me missing the whole thing. Oops. See? Perfect. The first time, every time. Okay, I'm going to knock them all out and I'll show you when I'm done. Oh, bird blocking done. And ew, this last one right here, a store-bought piece. The rest of them, I had 2x6s all cut up, so it was good. Using the sawmill was a smart idea. It made that angle perfect so it's tight against the top, on the inside, and on the outside. I guess now, what I need to do is I need to put some nailing studs right here so that when we put this wall on, so when this wall goes on, or well, we don't have anything to nail this wall to right here. So I'm gonna put some nailing studs down the sides here. So I got a place to put the inside wall nailed to. So I put my 2x4 nailers into the corner so I can actually nail that back wall on. And to set my T111, I put blocks down here. So I'm gonna put my first sheet of T111 and I'm gonna try to close in this backside first and foremost. I didn't cut it quite short enough. Oh, come on. It is gonna look cool when it's on there. Oh, this is all dusty from bringing it in on the gravel roads. I'll sweep it once I get it up. Okay, I guess I gotta cut it a little bit shorter or move my blocks down just a skosh. I'll probably move the blocks down. Woohoo, look at this. I struggle, man. These things are freaking heavy as heck. And I put little cheater blocks like this underneath to hold them up. And it was nice because the nails went right into the studs where they're supposed to behind them. So I got one more 24-inch piece to put here. But I think I'm gonna leave this corner open for going in and out until I have the door cut because it's got the most overhang here and there. And so it'll allow me to still access inside there with the smallest amount of space. So that's probably what we're gonna do. So tomorrow, we're gonna get this side and the other side sheeted as best we can and call it a great weekend. But it's starting to look good and starting to look more and more like an actual piece of the cabin. So time to go make the kiddos and the family. We're doing burgers tonight for dinner and my special homemade fried potatoes. So we'll see you in the morning. Okay, my people, you need to stop me before I do stupid crap. And you didn't. You let it happen. This is wrong. I got so excited to put up the outside panels, I forgot my house wrap. So I'm gonna try to get these off. I don't know if I can. I've got so many nails in there and they're ring shank, so they lock in. So I'm not sure that I can even get it off. And if that's the case, I guess I'll have to do insulation, do a vapor barrier on the inside. At least I haven't done the sidewalls with the windows yet, but come on. Not a smart mistake. Getting too excited, not thinking things through. So next time I expect you to let me know before I screw it up. Thank you. Nothing that an 8-pound sledge, oops, can't fix. Now, isn't that better? Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot that. I pretty much was able to salvage those two boards. They have a couple of holes where some of the nail heads pulled through, easy to fix, but all around the bottom, all along the top, those are absolutely perfectly fine. So I'm gonna put this wall back on, then I'll get working on the sides. And incidentally, the back corner over there, which actually is where my wife is standing, is going to be the only way in and out until we cut the hole into the cabin itself. And that should be coming relatively soon.
It's kind of like if we were pea gravel there.
Got my crew working today. As the water comes off the edge here, starting to erode the ground away. So in order to protect that, we're building a trench with rocks. And at the bottom, a little retaining pond that's going to kind of flow into a small area where we're going to grow potatoes.
He's making his life easier so he doesn't have to hold up 50 pounds. He's failing at it though. Do you like pina
That could be the
coladas?
box that we recycled.
Or getting caught in the rain?
that could have been it.
You're not into yoga.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a
You
little.
have half a
It's an
brain.
addition. It's a
If
pamphlet.
you like making love at
You should take a quick
midnight.
little video of that. And
This
say,
product
"Thank God
contains
we're not in
warning. This
California."
product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer
To the state of California.
and birth defects or other reproductive harm. Wash hands after handling. Thank God we're not in California. We ain't no pussies, that's right. That is your worst enemy. What do you have to say about that?
That's that girl who you hate.
Charlie's helping, aren't you, Charlie?
Hi.
Yes, thank you. Okay, this is coming along. We're going to get another big sheet on right there now, and then I'll probably close in this corner. I want this corner completely closed in because it kind of faces west and north, and with all of the rain, it kind of comes in from this direction. So, yeah, this is coming together pretty quick and dang nice.
Can I use all of it?
Thank God we have that one.
Because I know from here down is going to be more than 8 feet to where we're going. Heidi?
Can we move the fork?
So I'm going to try to get the other side done just like this, still tonight. Close in this corner, still tonight. And it'll be pretty much, with the exception of that corner over there, dried in. But that's our only way in and out until I cut the windows. And then the door in from the cabin. So that'll be a little while. But we're going to keep working on getting this thing dried in tonight. Gee, why does my back hurt? This is why. Please tell me that's not ready. How do we look, guys?
It looks good.
Looks good.
Yeah. And even level.
Sure?
Yep.
Last corner. I know I haven't let you guys, see a lot of this, but it's just so redundant what we're doing. It's just literally measure, cut, nail. So this is the last one, and we'll see if it fits. Yeah, fits. Let's nail that in. I missed my stud. That's actually been fairly typical that I've been missing studs. I mean, besides me. But you know what? If I didn't show you how often I screw up, you know, you'd think I'm a professional or something. I highly doubt you'd be in fear of confusing me with a professional. Woohoo! Look at that. Kind of consider us dried in a way, because I have no windows cut. I covered those up. My next step, well, we'll talk about that in a bit. Let me finish putting nails in all this stuff, and then I'll show you the entire thing. Anybody else use their blocks of wood for a notepad? I do. Over in the pile. Here you go. I'll walk you around. I just got those corner triangles to do, and as we come around here, another wall done. The discoloration here, oops, my hand, is because that was the top piece that got covered in dust. So we'll have to clean that up before we stain. And then we come around here, and that's the corner that we're gonna leave open now. We've got the top part pretty closed off, so it's just that little bottom. Should be pretty safe from the rain coming in, but hey, I'm feeling great about the accomplishments this weekend. Fire season sucks, but it makes for the most beautiful sunrises ever. So me and the puppies stayed one more night. Even though I should be at work, I took a little time off. My last thing I want to do to this before we call it for the not only the video but for the weekend or week is to get these cut off of here, or the extra wrap cut off. We are expecting a week of rain on and off, and I don't want this flopping around and making noise, and it just looks better when it's not on there. See that? Moving around. Gonna cut the corners of the walls off this up here. I'm gonna leave that wrap up there for now, because I think I will take that, and when I put my my eaves on, I think I will probably just nail right over the top of that. So let's get a ladder, let's get this cut off, and let's wrap this up. Besides, you can see my four-wheeler's back here with a bunch of tools still. I just got a lot of cleanup to do here then this afternoon. Well, I guess part of the good part of recording this is when I fall off the ladder at some point and die, there'll be video footage of what actually happened to me. Sorry about seeing my back. Whoa! Dropsies. Of course. Huh. Landed on its point. See? Doesn't that look better? This is gonna have trim around the edge here. I'll trim out the bottom as well. But yeah, that looks way better. All right, let's get the rest of it done and I'll show you. And when I do my wrap-up video. Betsy, where are you going? You gonna go under there and hunt some more chipmunks? Okay. Well, it looks like an extension on there now. Let's walk a little bit closer. We'll do a little bit of a walk around and really see how great this is turning out. Let's take a good look at this, what we've gotten done. And I still have one of my favorite helpers here. There's the corner we're leaving open. You can see some of the wrap is covering that, and it's stapled down tight so the wind won't blow it away. Created a bit of a trench all the way up here that goes all the way around the side and into a little retaining pond down there. But here you can see a good angle from the corner here. It's good and solid, went together really, really well. There's more of that. So what's gonna happen is that why we have this little retaining little pond here is that will eventually get filled in with regular dirt, and then we can plant on top of it. So any of the water coming off the roof will water the plants. So here it is from here. Let's go back. Let's go down the hill here a minute. Cool view. I've got everything put away already except this pile of wood I need to burn. See the four-wheeler's tucked away, but God, what a cool view now of this place. This might be my favorite view. Just wait till I get a nice window in this side and the other side. God, it's gonna look good. Oh, and by the way, I did go up and put those corner pieces in, just trying to protect this place a little bit more. So till next time, that is a wrap. Right, Betsy? Wrapping it up. Having a seat. Oh, laying all the way down. Obviously gets her approval too. Well, that was a pretty good couple of days. We are wrapping up part 6. Like that broken finger. My nephew broke it a few years ago playing football. Anyway, I love the way this is coming together. We're mostly dried in now, with the exception of a couple of little oopsies, like forgetting to put the house wrap on and stuff like that. I think it's turned out pretty good. Plus, I love that my family was able to help dig this trench and create a little place for the water to run off, coming off that roof. Eventually, I will put gutter up there to catch the water, and we'll probably maybe do a garden over there somewhere. But next steps is when it's going to start getting fun, because we get to go into the inside. So I still have to do that little wall between the deck of the bedroom and the side of the house. There's still about a gap this big, but the cutoffs from around the other side there, they're just the right size for me to be able to sheet that underneath the cabin. So we're going to work on that next time. We're going to work on filling the gaps in the floor next time. And once we have those couple of things done, I think we're going to be pretty close to ready to cut out a hole in the wall and take this window out and create the doorway to get in there. So we're getting close now to some great stuff happening. Amazing trail cams. Those elk are incredible. Finding that cache where the lions had that deer that they had eaten on, that was amazing. And just hanging out with the family is always a great time. So until part 7 rolls up in a couple of weeks, I appreciate you watching. I would love you to like and subscribe if you get the opportunity. And at the end of the day, man, we keep working on this, not by myself this time, but it started by doing it yourself.